Ffoslas, the racecourse in South Wales, the closest and favourite racecourse of soon-to-be Championship jockey Sean Bowen. Son of trainer Peter Bowen, the Pembrokeshire man's success has been the focal point of the headlines this racing season, along with his rivalry with his younger brother James. I sat down with Sean to talk about his journey to becoming Championship jockey, what shaped him throughout his life and what has driven him. I am here with Sean Bowen. So Sean, you've had an incredible rise through the ranks of horse racing. When you look back on where it all started, what do you think shaped you the most?
Yeah, good question. Probably mum and dad more than anything. They always put the work in and always bought us the right ponies and did everything for us. So I suppose you probably look up to them and see the hard work they do, and you have to just try and do as much as they did, really.
You mentioned your parents. Your dad's obviously a hugely respected trainer. Was there ever a time growing up that you maybe thought you didn't want to go into horse racing, or has that always been the path for you?
When I was a kid, probably when I was 7, 8, 9, I liked football a lot more than I did horses. I used to come home and the racing channel used to be on, and it used to drive me mad a bit because I used to hate horses and like football, and everyone in the house obviously preferred the horses. And then when James started riding ponies when he was about 7 or 8, I think I just got into it then because I had no one to play football with, basically. So my two brothers were riding the ponies, and yeah, I suppose that's what got me into it.
What football team do you support?
I was a Chelsea fan, yeah.
Oh. Still a Chelsea fan?
Bad choice or what?
Well, it's a choice.
Yeah.
Are you still a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, I actually, when I started riding, I sort of went off the football and was just literally did nothing but watch racing like I did at home. So, but yeah, recently I've got more into the football again, and yeah, still seem to support Chelsea, yeah.
You mentioned your brother James. He's obviously having his own success in horse racing now. Do you see that relationship now as supportive, or is it a rivalry you see now?
No, we're very supportive of each other. We speak to each other every day, talk about racing every day. He's having his best ever season. I'm having my best ever season. So, yeah, I think he's 5th or 6th in the championship as well, which is crazy for two brothers to be doing so well in one sport. So, yeah, we're very lucky, and I'm very lucky to have him next to me in the changing room every day because we talk about racing, and it probably helps having a brother that does the same job as you.
Yeah, it's almost the Phil and Gary Neville of horse racing now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. On a better level.
Yeah, much better level. Was there a defining moment growing up where it sort of clicked and you thought, oh, I can go really far in this?
Yeah, I suppose when you're on ponies, all you believe is that you're going to be champion jockey, don't you? You have that belief when you're a kid. But yeah, I think I've always believed in myself that I'd do well. Like the dream has always been to be champion jockey. But yeah, whether I felt I could quite get to champion jockey level, I wasn't quite sure. But yeah, I feel like the last few years have really taken off. Yeah, I suppose just getting older and a bit wiser, and yeah, things are going really well.
Being a Bowen, did you find that opened doors, or did you have to prove yourself that little bit more?
Yeah, I suppose when you're a Bowen and you have your first couple of rides, people are watching you because you're Peter Bowen's son, I suppose. So yeah, I suppose you wanted to look good and not mess up too much when you're starting. Look, there's advantages and disadvantages to it all, but yeah, mum and dad have been nothing but supportive, and I think that's been a massive part of my success, is mum and dad helping me through everything. And yeah, I always had their horses as well, that dad's obviously always trained a lot of winners, and when I probably go through a cold patch, I'd always have sort of dad to back me up and have a few winners for dad.
You're saying going through like a cold patch, it's a long season, it's not just physically draining, it's quite mentally draining. So how do you stay sharp for the whole season?
Yeah, I don't know really. Yeah, it's a crazy long season. We obviously start 1st of May and we finish last week in April, so it runs all year round. Yeah, no, try and keep myself in the gym and keep eating the right things and be as professional as you can, but you spend a lot of time in the car as well. I think my car's done 75,000 miles this year, so yeah, the cars don't last very long, and luckily I've got a driver now, which has helped me a lot because I don't think I'd be able to do all them miles on my own driving, so that's helped as well. But yeah, I suppose just trying to do things as professionally as possible.
It's quite a scary sport in a sense. Obviously, these horses going so fast. There's a lot of falls. Do you feel that fear anymore?
Not really. I think when you fear it, you probably wouldn't ride as well or do as well. So no, I don't think you can fear the sport you're trying to do well at. So look, there's obviously plenty of injuries involved in the sport, and I picked up an injury last year, which stopped me for a few weeks. But yeah, it's not something you can fear really.
Is there a particular race throughout your whole career, or a particular horse your whole career that's given you your favourite, your best moment?
Probably Mac Totty won the Topham Chase on Grand National Meeting for mum and dad, which yeah, that was like all the family was involved. That was definitely the best days I've ever had in racing, and yeah, that's one day I'll never forget.
You're so close to this championship jockey now, and you know that's 26th of April. Hopefully that'll all be wrapped up by then. Is this your biggest goal that you've had in racing?
Yeah, it's yeah, 100%. And from ponies to now, you'd be racing up the gallops against your brothers, pretending to be AP McCoy or Richard Johnson, who were the champion jockeys obviously previously, and you pretend to be them. And when you're a kid watching racing, like the champion jockey is the jockey you want to be like. So yeah, I can't really quite believe that it's going to be me now. But yeah, very very proud of being able to become champion jockey, and that obviously has come with a lot of support.
Is it a bit surreal thinking there's going to be kids now on their ponies trying to be Sean Bowen?
Yeah, crazy, yeah, because you'd never think that as a kid that you'll be the one that people are looking up to a bit, but yeah, I don't know, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, man. So talking about your success of how you got here, has there just been an instinct in you, or is it all of this training, or has it just been something within you that's made this all click in a way?
Yeah, I suppose like with any sport, any professional sport, you have to be very, very dedicated to what you're doing, and yeah, it's literally 24/7. You got to eat, breathe, and sleep racing. So yeah, just you have to. That's got to be the only thing in your life really to achieve your success in a sport, I think.
How much is it down to the horses, or is it purely from you?
Oh look, if I was riding horses that had no chance, that were 100 to 1 every day, like however good I was or however good AP McCoy was, you wouldn't be winning every day. So the facts of it are you have to have the right horses, but when you get the right horses, you have to do the right things. So yeah, I suppose a lot of people have had the right horses, and sometimes it just doesn't go in their favour. And I think I've had a lot of things go in my favour, but it's about doing the right things when you get your opportunity, and take your opportunity when you get it. Yeah.
Um, has there been a loss then? I talked about a win and your favourite moment. Has there been a loss that's changed how you've done something or defined a moment in your career?
I suppose probably not a loss in just one race, but probably getting injured last season. I was 30 ahead at Christmas in the Jockeys Championship, and it was for my first championship, and I got injured. And yeah, I suppose in hindsight, you'd love to go back and that horse not fall and you be champion jockey. So I suppose that put the fire in the belly to want to be champion jockey again this season. But yeah, I missed out by 5 or 6 after missing 6 or 7 weeks of the season. So it was a big chunk of the season I missed. And yeah, I was gutted last season, but obviously delighted it's happened again this season.
Has that driven you this season then completely? Just that's been your focus, get championship jockey?
Yeah, I just didn't want to be. I just didn't want to be known as sort of the Arsenal of racing and lead
it.
Yeah, and bottle it, yeah, leading the championship a few times and not win it. So yeah, no, I'm yeah, I'm happy I'm getting there this season.
I guess in this day and age, horse racing has a little bit of there's a controversial element to it now, which is often talked about in the big races. How would you try and talk to, I guess, sort of our generation in the sense where it's become a lot more, a lot of activism?
Yeah, I can see every point of view, but I know that every horse is born to race. They love racing, which is the first thing in it. But if they went to the race yards and seen how well the horses were looked after every day, they literally are kept better than some people keep their kids. They're fed 3 times a day. They have loads of rugs on. They're exercised every day. They're kept fit and healthy. And yeah, look, there is a danger to sport, but there's a danger to any sport. And yeah, I'd love them to see how well the horses are kept, because the horses that are sort of the happy hackers that people have at home probably aren't kept half as well as the race horses, but they just don't see that side of it.
Speaking about James then, do you see him almost with his track and his placement this season? Do you see him maybe even competing with you maybe next year? Is that maybe the goal for you two to get?
Yeah, I'm sure James would love to be champion jockey. He's bigger than me and does struggle with his weight a little bit. So his lowest weight is 10 stone 7 or 10 stone 8, and my lowest weight is the minimum weight, which is 10 stone. So I'm quite lucky that I don't have to worry too much in that sense, and I can ride a lot more horses than him because of my weight. So yeah, I'm sure James would love to be, but it is made harder by him just being a little bit heavier.
Obviously, you're in the proper thick of your career. You don't see this stopping anytime soon, but do you think about life after racing yet at all, or is it complete focus on?
Oh, complete focus on this, yeah. Oh, if somebody asked me if you were to retire tomorrow, honestly, I'd be lost. I don't know what I'd do. It might not be a good thing, but I'm literally solely focused on what I'm doing now, and yeah, hopefully I get another good solid 10 years out of it, and hopefully pick a few more championships on the way, and yeah, we'll worry about that when it comes.
You want to think about training or anything with your dad, or?
No, I think Mickey's taken over the training, my older brother now, so I'll leave that to him. I'm not sure. It's a hard job. However hard you think riding horses is, training is literally 24/7. You literally got to sleep with the horses sometimes. So yeah, I'm not sure that would be for me.
If you'd like to be remembered, or how you'd like to be remembered in the sport, if you could write your own legacy, what would that be?
Good question. Yeah, I don't really know. I like to think a lot of people think I give my best 100 every time, give 100% every time, and yeah, I'd like to think I don't leave too many out there that should have won. So yeah, I don't know, my dedication to the sport, I suppose, and giving 100% every time I go out there and race.
We've not long come off the Grand National as well. Is that a goal to win that as well?
Oh, 100%. Grand National is the race to win. I thought I had a chance in it this year, and I got round, finished 11th. So, it's the hardest race in the world to win, but it literally is the best race in the world to win. And yeah, there's no thrill like riding in that race. It gives you some buzz every year you're riding it, and that is the ultimate goal, yeah.
I guess it's a little bit like the Premier League or the Champions League now. Would you rather be, obviously you should be getting Championship Jockey, but if you could choose winning the Grand National or Championship Jockey, if you could only choose between them, which one would it be?
Yeah, that's exactly the way of putting it, Premier League or Champions League. And yeah, I suppose I'm gonna win the Premier League this year, so it would be nice to win the Champions League next year, yeah.
Or both?
Both will do. Both will do.
So a couple of like quick fire sort of questions. What's your favourite course to ride at?
Foss Lass is obviously local to home, so really enjoy riding at Foss Lass. And then away from home, probably Sandown or Aintree. I love Aintree and love Sandown, yeah.
What makes those courses?
Sandown is a real good jumping test. There's a lot of fences on the circuit, so when you ride a good jump around Sandown, that's a good thrill. And Aintree, just because Mum and Dad have always done well there in the past, and yeah, I suppose probably my best day in racing was winning at the Aintree Festival for Mum and Dad. So yeah, I have fond memories of that.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
Biggest inspiration?
It could be in racing, or maybe.
I don't know if I ever sort of had a biggest inspiration in racing other than Mum and Dad. Really, they the hours they put in to go racing every day, and I think they've probably handed that down to myself, James and Mickey, that all you have to work very, very hard for what you want, and if you work hard, you'll achieve it. So yeah, probably Mum and Dad.
Who's your toughest rival in the weighing
room? James, annoying when he beats me. But yeah, probably away from James, Harry Cobden or Harry Skelton. Harry Cobden obviously won the Jockeys Championship last year. I was in a bit of a race with Harry Skelton this year through Christmas and January, but luckily I've built up a lead now. But they've been definitely been the main two over the last 2 years.
Is James very much that little brother? Just when he does beat you, does that go as much as you'd imagine?
Yeah, he likes beating me, and I like beating him. But yeah, it's all good fun, and we do get on very well. So if I'm not to win, I do like seeing James win.
There was a race. Was it in December? It was
dead heat. Yeah, we had a dead heat, which is, I think, two brothers did it in the 1970s or something, and it's never been done since. So yeah, that was a bit of history, and I doubt it's ever. Well, it would never have been done at Cheltenham. So for it to be done at Cheltenham as well was brilliant.
You know, it's great to have a dead heat anyway, but to share that with your brother, I can imagine would be.
Yeah, and he was very annoyed after the race because he thought he got beat and I won, and then when they announced the dead heat, we were all fairly chuffed about that.
Yeah, everyone wins.
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
One thing that your fans would be surprised to know about you?
I don't know. There's been I am a bit allergic to horses, and there's something being made of that. Probably a bit over the top. But when I am around horses all day, I would start sneezing and get puffy eyes, which is a bit of a mad one when you work around horses, isn't it?
Yeah. So essentially every day you're a bit sneezy.
Yeah. Well, not when I'm at the races, I'm not too bad because I'm on and off them a bit. But if I'm in Mum and Dad's yard now, for instance, all morning, say tomorrow morning, by lunchtime I'll be sneezing all day. Yeah.
Oh, that is actually quite. It's a typical that it's just the line of work that you've gone into.
Yeah.
Your allergy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sort of on that then. I've touched upon it before, but if not racing, if your family didn't have all of this, do you have any idea where you could have been now?
I honestly don't know. As an 8-year-old kid, I suppose I'd love to be playing for Chelsea, but the realistic dream, no, I don't. I honestly don't know where I'd be, and I'm very lucky I've got this.
Well, good luck for the Championship Jockey. I'm sure it'll be fine, and congratulations anyway.
Thank you very much.
It's clear to see that humility has been the driving force for Sean's success. He wouldn't be here today racing if it wasn't for his family, not just their line of business, but their support and the brotherly competitiveness. Without that, we maybe wouldn't have the newest legend in horse racing.